did you feel like they were just hitting everything, or was it like rotations needed to be faster for you guys?
No, I thought we were better at scrambling out today and finding their shooter. I just think that they were hot today. They hit shots, they converted in stretches that were at critical moments of the game. And when we came up with empty possessions offensively, they were able to convert on the other end. So,
Coach, I want to ask about the second quarter. You guys got back into the game. I think you got the deficit down to, I think it was about 4 points. What did you think was working for you guys there defensively as opposed to the first quarter?
We had some really good possessions of zone that we were able to mix in. And I think that we were pretty successful at converting them from that standpoint defensively. And then we were able to get to the line some. And, that I think that's kind of what propelled us in that quarter. And then I just think the second half we ran out of gas. Obviously, E-Will couldn't go in that second half and limited us body-wise. And so I think we ran out of gas, and Vegas was able to put their foot on the gas. And so I think that they, on both ends of the floor, they were just able to ramp up the pace and keep fresh bodies in. And so, credit to them.
How did you feel about Maddie? I think in that first half she was more operating as a roller, and in the second half she was kind of operating more on top of the key. How did you think she did in those roles?
Yeah, I thought she was solid. I think that early on, I think that she still adjusts to the pace of the game when she gets in there. She has to feel it out a little bit, and I think that at times we want her to play a little bit faster, a little bit sooner. There's not much when you come off the bench. There's not much time that you can that you get to kind of feel the pace of the game, and so. But that's it's rookie growing pains, and so I think that as the game flows, she usually gets more comfortable and more adjusted into a rhythm. And I thought she did that in the second half today.
It sounded like pregame you thought Angel would play. What changed?
Yeah, that was a thought similar to last game, and then upon after warm-ups, she communicated that she just wasn't feeling it physically. So she reported that pain, and so again, we wanted to hold her back. So
Camilla there in the first half, she was getting some good looks operating as a screener. How do you see that evolution with her? Because those plays definitely generated points for you guys.
Yeah, I think that she can continue to be intentional with setting screens, but she can also be pretty good at slipping out of screens and playing to the second side. And so we've just been trying to find a balance of when to get rolls and when to pop her a little. We've been popping her a little bit more these last couple of weeks and having her play to the second side and rolling on those. And so I think it provides a good balance and kind of creates disadvantages for the defense. And so we're just trying to find different opportunities, again, to get her in space and to be able to attack downhill as opposed to just, posting her up at times, especially against Vegas, who really make it difficult with their length, whether it's Asia or whether it's Kia. Or whether it's Melissa just kind of, being disruptive down there and taking away easy post touches.
Yeah, you think they made it harder in the second half? It felt like she got fewer touches in the second half.
Well, they've been bringing a crowd the last 2 games, and so I think that we found opportunities to get it into her early, but going into the game, more of the game plan was getting her more in space and more off of ball screens and off ball touches as well, as opposed to just sticking her down there and generating a crowd. And so.
Carly on Zoom, please unmute.
Yeah, Coach, do you just have an update on what happened with E-Will, when that happened, and what the status of the injury is?
I'm not sure. It was just before the half, and so she wanted to go in the second half, but upon evaluation, it was just decided it was it wasn't worth the risk, and so she was feeling some pain, and so we'll continue to evaluate and see what's up for Thursday.
Thank you.
Thanks. Anyone can start.
So I think you were like 15 for 30 from 3. Was it like one of those nights where it just felt like they were hitting everything, or was it like you felt like rotations needed to be faster?
I think it started from our turnovers at the very beginning, and just like not getting back in transition. Obviously, a team like Vegas who really thrives in transition kind of spread us out, and we weren't communicating as best as we can to kind of get out to shooters. So I think a lot of those attempts, obviously 30 is a lot, but a lot of those maybe made attempts came in that first half. I think it's just due to like our transition defense and not communicating as well, and then not sprinting and talking to one another during that.
question for either of you. That second quarter run where you guys closed the gap, what changed for you guys from the first quarter to that moment for you?
I think just our energy. I think that we came out and wasn't the greatest. And I think that against this team, like, you need to be on go from the very beginning. And that wasn't what we did. We were able to, I think, cut it to like 6 at some point. Hit a couple threes, which was good for us. But yeah, just our energy shifted and changed. And I think later on in that half, they kind of extended it and it kind of blasted the lead. But I think in that little time frame, our energy just was on the way up.
I think we also, excuse me, I think we also get a lot of our like cohesive energy from the defensive end. And that allows us to kind of push it over into offense. And so it just makes it a lot easier for us. I think we got a couple kills, a couple 3 stops in a row in that span of time. So that was really good for us for our momentum.
Michaela, your rim pressure is something that really stands out about you. Are you starting to feel like you can pretty much get to the rim like on anybody at any time?
I just think I know sometimes when I have that advantage. I think that when I'm able to play the 3, I feel like I'm bigger, a little bit more physical than some guards, and obviously that comes from having post experience as well. And so just seeing kind of the defense, what they're giving me, I felt comfortable getting to the rim, the first part of the game, and yeah, that's just what the defense was giving me.
Question for you, Maddie. There was times there I saw you were kind of getting out on Asia and helping out in the doubles. How did you feel like that went for you guys, just matchup-wise?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, Asia requires 5 people to guard. So everybody kind of got to increase your awareness on the defensive end, just, from that standpoint. So I was just trying to be where I could to help out. And I think a couple possessions, we got really good rotations. We were playing as a team, just on a string. I thought that was really good. But, yeah, just trying to be where my team needs me.
What adjustments do you think they made coming out of the half?
I think they adjusted to our zone a little bit. We kind of threw a zone at them, just kind of trying to throw different things at them, just to kind of slow them down. And they adjusted to our zone quite a bit, sort of spread us out, and they were able to get to the middle of the paint. And it's when you get to the middle of the paint in the zone, kind of makes the defense pretty tough. And yeah, I mean, I think they also went small too. And so they had 4 guards in, which kind of put us in a weird position just because we lost our big as well in E, obviously, who was a really, really big piece for us. But yeah, so it kind of caused us to play a little bit differently and a little bit out of rotations, a little bit out of position as well. So I think, yeah, it's one of the things I would say changed.
Becca, it looked like she got going pretty good for you guys there in that first half. What did you just see different from her tonight that you've seen against some previous games?
It's just her confidence, I think, and her aggressiveness. I think she's one of the most athletic people on our team, just getting downhill, being able to shoot the 3 as well. I know she made 1 today and then was able to get downhill too. And so, yeah, just her confidence and her aggressiveness. We need that from her, at all levels. And then being able to switch with her was one of the reasons why we put her in the lineup for the start, just be able to switch, her versatility. Yeah, she can do so much for us. And so really proud of, the way she just continued to just be resilient this season.
With Carly Bell on Zoom, please unmute.
This question is for Michaela. Michaela, how have you seen Maddie grow in her confidence this season, especially as of late with her getting just more minutes here with injuries going out?
Yeah, the thing about Maddie is, like, even when she maybe wasn't getting the minutes that she wanted, she literally is in the gym more than anybody on the team. Like, from the very beginning to the very end, like, she's staying, she's getting extra workouts. She's the first one in the gym, the last one in the gym. And that's a real testament to who she is. And at such a young age, too. Sometimes you can fall into like instant gratification. It's like, dang, I'm not playing, so I'm going to stop working out. Dang, I'm not playing, so I'm going to stop going as hard, or I'm going to stop putting in extra work. And that's not Maddie at any way, shape, or form. We always joke with her, like, dang, Maddie, like, go sit down, because she literally never does. And so that's just a testament to her. And so when moments like this come, she's ready, she's prepared, and she's done that herself. And it's a very mature approach to being a professional. And I'm very impressed and very proud of her, because she's never let minutes or not playing waver in her work ethic. And I think work ethic completely correlates to confidence. And so she comes on the floor playing, defending champions, guarding Asia and doing her best and being really confident and scoring. And so that's a testament to her confidence, her work ethic. So yeah, really proud of Maddie.
Thank you.
Thanks. Coach, be next.
I mean it, seriously. Thanks, Curtis.